to say the least. So when I have quiet moments, and most especially moments where I feel like no distractions, like I absorb that time. It can't be like a one-man band type of thing, because that gets not only tiresome, but just take your kindness for weakness type thing. Like someone would always be dependent on one person to get it done, and then it's like that one person has to pick up their own slack and everybody else's. That's just the household chronicles. Hey, so if you guys have not noticed, I am natural. I need to, or I'd say back to natural. I need to get my hair back into restoration, back into its thriving place. I will be separating my curls. I kind of just, you know, braided it this morning, washed it last night. So as you saw early this morning, as I was up early, my hair was kind of shrunken. So I was like, let me start this stretching process and get my hair back into its state, because it's kind of going through a diversity stage.
I forgot I used the water for the content.
Yeah,
she was all up me up. She said, yeah.
That's what you thought you was gonna get that shot. Hi you guys, welcome to a brand new video and welcome to my channel. I am Kayla. I just want to thank all of you guys for choosing to subscribe, choosing to come back for new videos, and to be here to follow my faith journey, my day-to-day life, week to week rather. To consistently do that, you know, it's just a growth season or like thing to do. Anyhow, pretty new for me, but you know, in all things it is our Father's will for us. Elohim knows the things that he has set out for us. He knows the plans that he, what's the verse? Okay, what? The plans that he has set out for us to give us hope and a future, okay? I cut bangs with this hairstyle. Last time you guys saw me with this hairstyle, yeah, it was just like regular, all one length. But I'm like, you know what? Let's try bangs. Yeah. Today was a pretty chill day. I feel like some of the days for me, sorry, I'm like cracking my back. I feel like some days for me, especially on the weekends, run slower. And I don't always accomplish like a million and ten things, which is fine. We need to give ourselves the amount of grace and patience sometimes. But this week I will, well, this weekend rather, I will accomplish some things that have been on the back burner or delayed and things of that nature. But as for today, I woke up a little bit later, if you will, like at like 9:30. Officially I got up for the day. Thankfully, like my God the case was like I woke up and I was like in and out of sleep, and then my goddaughter actually, she called me, and I'm so thankful because I haven't spoken to her in a long time. Like I'm really overdue to spend time with her. She's like 5 and she's really cute and I love her, and I'm thankful that I'm like her godmother, you know. So anyway, she called me and we spoke briefly. Then I spoke with like my cousins, you know, her parents, and then afterwards I had a meeting earlier today, which that was like an hour and some change. It was a really productive talk, lots of good faith conversation, and that was just wonderful in itself. And then next thing you know, it was like 1 o'clock. And it's so funny because in previous seasons, I feel like I've gone through seasons where like at the minute it hits noon, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, then the day's done. So now I feel that, but I'm also holding grace with that matter. So today it was like 1 o'clock, and that's when I was like making tea, starting the day. And then kind of picked up around my room because my room was kind of like in disarray over the past 3 days. I had like a couple busy days, so I was like, let me tidy up around here. But if you guys notice, I did upgrade to another fireplace. So here's my new fireplace heater. Also side note, I'm enjoying a nice little cold brew coffee, actually. Vanilla, what is this, latte? So that's super good. The fact that it's like more three-dimensional or interactive, if you will. It has like the doors. Yeah, so it has a little door situation. You can open it up and it feels so cozy and just different, right? Then I love how these handles have like the gold accent. Nice. I mean, what do you guys think, right? It's so cute, and it looks so homey and like my vintage style that I always love, and like that farmhouse look, because if you guys know, I do love a little bit of a modern farmhouse type of feel. So that is a little bit of an update that I've made to my room and the space and such. Ooh. Then to disclaim, My other heater is still present. It's still working, functional, all that good stuff. But I gave it to my brother and he's enjoying that one. So I was like, oh, well, my room is cold, but I am willing to give you that heater, you know, to utilize. So I was like, I can get another one. And I really wish I found this larger one in the first place, but I now saw it long after getting that first heater. But this larger one kind of suits the space nicely, which I like. I do love aesthetics. I do. Then also, I do love my new wall art. I had it up for like, I guess almost a week now. I did this on last week, Sunday. Okay, tomorrow will make a week. So I'm glad that I like put my scriptures back up. Also, as a side note, that was like super convenient and cute to keep like the word constantly on my mind. Because in my quiet time, now that I have a bulletin board back up here, I do plan to put my scriptures up on this board situation. That is one of the things that I do want to keep in step with, is in the morning refer to verses and worship and memorize scriptures in that time, studying the word, spending time in prayer, and remaining close to Elohim, because that's the goal, to literally keep our mind on the verses, be consistent in the word, retain what's going on and what we're reading, and just yeah, continue to like hold every thought captive and pray about our days and allocate time to that. But yeah, so I'm going to actually, speaking of my quiet time, I'm going to spend time, it's actually evening at this point, but we can stay in the word, spend time with our Father at any time of the day, okay? And then pretty shortly, my sister and I are going to make brownies. It's a nice winter-ish activity to do. It's feeling more like winter. Right now it's pouring outside as we speak. But yeah, so we're gonna make brownies and then we're gonna head out shortly to go to a little outing with our cousins. nice little outfit change. I'm ready in my brown. They're just the perfect little sweats. So go check out Scubby if you guys want a nice high quality sweatsuit set. Such a great night last night, soaking into prayer. A great day actually too. And reflection. My house is super quiet. It's legit like quiet at the moment. And I'm like, let me absorb this. Let me get up, shower, get ready for the day, have my quiet time, get some work done, get into major editing that I have for the day. I wanted to get up at like 6 a.m. this morning, but I was up till 2 in the morning. I don't know why, but I was up. Actually, I do know why, but I was awake. But it was with good time like spent. I do have my uncle like next door from me, and he's not exactly the quietest neighbor, to say the least. So when I have quiet moments, and most especially moments where I feel like no distractions, like I absorb that time. So I'm so happy that like last night I was able to have that time. Yeah, 2 a.m. this kind of time in prayer and thought, to like reflect, to identify, you know, that's just like for him to show me like my ways, his will, and like, you know, really like show me my faults, like where I fall short, where I can improve, you know. And that really helps my walk, you know. Then kind of just resting on the truth of scripture. It's amazing. getting started on some laundry for the day. You know, that Sunday thing. Next week is the week of work and other things. So it's like, we gotta be proactive and stay on top of that. Today's also like the day before our garbage collection. So at some point today that has to be collected. But sometimes when I come down there to the basement, it's like, it could be new surprises some days. But I'm like, you know what? It's not all on me. Later on, I will rally up the troops and say, whoever has their clothes here, clothes there, empty this, put this away, fold that, because it's a collaboration within a household, especially a household of like 6 people. It can't be like a one-man band type of thing, because that gets not only tiresome, but just take your kindness for weakness type thing. Like someone would always be dependent on one person to get it done, and then it's like that one person has to pick up their own slack and everybody else's. That's just the household chronicles. Say if I wasn't in singleness and I was married in my own household, own children, and that is my job and purpose, or partial to my purpose, as like a Proverbs 31 woman, a virtuous woman, all those things, a wife, a mom, and that's my role. I wouldn't mind holding the responsibility. And even to a sense here, I do as well. I hold a level of grace. We're all like have different schedules, working, whatever. But because we all are like single in a sense, and it's kind of like all adults between my siblings and like family, whatever, we all can kind of do an all-inclusive help around here. You guys know what I mean? I'm just hoping you guys get the intent and my heart posture behind all my words. I don't want it to come out the wrong way and like that I'm not willing to help and whatever have you. And because I am, and I do. I love to organize. I love to help people. I even help other family when I can, and I do enjoy like organizing lives. But when it comes to a point, that's the thing. Wow, side note, I'm so glad. Unintentionally, I guess sort of intentionally, I had my snake plant leaf like propagating for the last like 5 months, and the roots are looking, I mean, pretty strong. They're like coming in, so I think this plant is in good health to like be planted. I just put it back up here. So I'm about to get ready to go to my doctor's appointment. I have an eye doctor bifocal appointment. I'll bring you guys along. Let's go. These are the glasses that I've selected. A little different, a little dainty, feeling modern but minimal. Here's like my thing nowadays. Minimal and like just my needs. It's me so cute. My cousin Rachel's pop-up shop. The day goes by so quick. But I wanted to do a little unboxing of my cousin's jewelry. So basically I got 2 bracelets to layer with, gold and like a black and gold. I love this because it'll match several outfits. Basically it has the sign, I'm not sure if you know, but God's grace, the Most High's grace is greater than the highs and lows. We should be blessed and are blessed in every season and circumstance. Like, I'm so happy and blessed or grateful that that's the first thing that the Most High had taught me early in my walk. Like, to be appreciative of everything he brings us through, every wilderness stage or every trial or struggle or, you know, temptation. Yeah, because very much so I feel like our culture today in our world, it could be like new agey or whatever the case is, but in our world, like, believers can't equate God's blessings only to, like, I don't know how to explain it. I think, like, I'll say like items or maybe materialistic things or that new job, that new car, that this, or like, if that makes sense. And while some people can come from a humble heart with that, I think on the other hand, like, people can really idolize that and like equate the love of God to material things. But not only like does he work in that way of providing for us in this lifetime and earthly experience, he also blesses us in like what he takes us through, like seasonally, or he blesses us by like getting us out of a certain situation or a certain mindset, or pouring in us wisdom, or convicting us, or giving us revelation on a certain matter, like etc., etc. It's his pure being and how he is that like is a blessing to us, because that changes us, that makes us as humans more like him or want to be more like him. And that's encouraging in itself, that like look past the high and lows and always remember who our Father is, who our Creator is, because knowing our Creator is like so important in knowing who we are, knowing like truths about ourselves, like the tree, right, and all the attributes of the tree as it grows from like the ground up. By us being the branches of the tree and helping the tree to like live in its purpose, if you will. I'm not sure if this is a good metaphor, but by being the branches of the tree, we know who we are and we're secured in that purpose. Now the branches might be like sat on by birds or fall off and it's weathering, or have a small chip or crack or whatever, be rained on and go through some things, but at the end of the day, we are the branches to that tree. Hey, so if you guys have not noticed, I am natural. I need to, or I'd say back to natural. I need to get my hair back into restoration, back into its thriving place. I will be separating my curls. I kind of just, you know, braided it this morning, washed it last night. So as you saw early this morning, as I was up early, my hair was kind of shrunken. So I was like, let me start this stretching process and get my hair back into its state because it's kind of going through a diversity stage. And I'll be running out with my mom, aunt, and my cousin. We're gonna be heading to the movie theater. I have not gone in like decades, literally. So I'm just gonna go comfy. I'm wearing this fur coat, but like it's kind of a fancier coat, but it's very cold out in New Jersey today. But I'm wearing my black sweatsuit set, got my high sock situation, and then some sneakers. Before I leave though, let me turn off the lights behind me because we cannot keep lights on. Perfect, perfect.